So, let's do a brief introduction for this new campaign.
Da 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 da.
I don't know if it's that glorious.
Probably not.
Well, in terms of what we've been doing already, what is different? I mean, just one thing, what is different?
Everything?
Now we follow the rule book.
Okay. Which rule book?
In the
D&D
5th edition.
So we're actually using the 5th edition book. Now can you guess why we do that, though? After all the time we spent making custom, why did we decide to go back to the 5e?
To get new people?
That's part of it. I'm gonna be honest, that's part of it. No, that's the only reason you guys could think of?
Pretty much.
Great. Well, in all honesty, it was because after coding it all myself, I realized, there was a lot of inconsistency when we do our own coding. Plus, we might as well use a model that's already pre-built. I mean, I could still make custom stuff, it's just now it's more uniform. It's actual guidelines to how we do things. Alright, so what exactly... Let's go down the list, so who gets to go first? Just roll d20, and then we'll see who goes first. I think I enabled the button for that. I did not enable the button for that. My apologies. There, now we have a d20. Now we have the new encounter roll. So, me, you, and... So it pretty much comes, say you're first up. So what exactly were you doing? You said you were leaving, right?
Well, not yet.
Okay.
I need to prepare and everything.
You have to what?
Prepare and everything.
You have to prepare. How do you prepare to leave?
Well, other than, waiting for the equipment to be, all set up.
What equipment did you ask for?
Camping supplies, that sort of stuff.
Was there a particular kit you were after?
No, just something so I can survive out in the wilderness. And also, I'm planning on getting a dulcimer.
Yeah, but you can't get it here because, like I said, across the land, music is not really too endorsed.
Didn't you say I could get it here, but...
No, I did not say you could get it here. I said that you could get it here if we condoned music, but we do not, because everyone here has to make a living in order to pay the tribute, the extortionate tribute the cities are asking for. Music does not make enough money to actually make that a viable job. So that's why musical instruments are also in the decline.
Okay, I guess the first thing that I'm going to do then is find someone who is able to make a dulcimer.
So, won't find it in the outskirts. The only place that you can really think of that would have any sort of music that's left in the entire land is the cityscapes. Because everywhere else is being exploited or they're fighting for their lives in the wilderness. So unless you want to wander back to the city, good luck finding one.
No, I'll figure something out at some point.
That usually works.
No, I've got a day to kill. Are there any, jobs about?
Not that you can accomplish in a day.
Damn.
And remember, they're not going to give you any jobs because you're leaving. You're moving out of the town, so why would they give a job to someone? It's basically, think of it economically. They're giving you money, and you're not going to spend it back in the town. You're going to take the money and run. So why would they do that?
Because I'm doing work.
Yeah, but the money's not coming back to them. So, yeah, you're doing work, and yeah, you're doing them a service. But if the money's not coming back to them, that's the more money they don't have.
I guess. Is... Other than, you know, going into the tavern, is there any other recreational things that I could do?
Not necessarily. Not recreational, anyway.
Okay, then what would the...
Well, let's go to our downtime activities. What could you actually do in this particular time? So... You got the crafting, which is 5G per day. But you don't have any sort of crafting tools. Oh yeah, you guys are on the world map. You really gotta just say it really fast, like, you know, swap us to the blah.
Oh, would I be able to find the tools, like woodworking tools or something?
Would you be able to find the tools? No. You'd have to buy them. And
Okay.
remember the whole... They want... how much is that's... I'm trying to remember the word. Artisan. Artisan tools. That's what it's supposed to be under. So you're looking for woodworking tools, right? Wood carvers.
Tools. Because it's a wooden instrument. So yeah,
So
that
it's
works.
£5. Not in town. Even though, like, they don't have any to spare anyway.
Can I get someone to make some for me? Like the smith?
She's got her workload.
Can I pay her extra to...
Okay, we've paid her extra. She would if you paid her extra, so not the standard cost. So it's about... Now the problem is, there's no cost data on here, so...
Yeah, there is. The normal cost for woodcarver's tools would be 1 GP, and then...
1 gold piece. So she's basically asking you for double. But are you sure it's only 1 GP? Sounds a bit...
That's
Ah,
what
it is
it
only
says.
1 GP, what do you know?
Like, smith's tools and tinkerer's tools cost a lot more, but
The ones
this is
that
just
actually
like...
build cooler stuff.
This is just like knives and stuff, and
Alright,
sandpaper.
well, wood carvers. So basically, if you pay 2 gold pieces, she's willing to put your order in front.
Okay, 2 gold pieces.
So you spent the 2 gold pieces.
Yep.
You actually gonna talk to the person, or are you just gonna?
I'll talk to them. I'll play it out.
Okay, so where is she right now? She's not in the house. She's in the blacksmithy right now. So Isha doesn't really go anywhere. I don't either, and she's the healer. So people, as you're walking towards the blacksmith, are you actually paying attention to anything besides your objective?
User joined your...
Hello.
Yeah.
You guys still here?
Yeah, of course.
Howdy ho.
How would we not be here?
So
We all just
sorry.
left. Barbeque
Yeah, I
was
see
here,
that.
we can't start.
It's like, and we were about to, just pretty much you hyped it up that you were going to be here and then you're not here. Yeah, that almost got us very upset.
I'm
Oh,
so
It's
sorry,
alright, It's
man.
alright.
I wanted to take a nap because like I was
Welcome
awake a
to-
bit last night.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
your fault, then you forgot that.
Yeah, I know
sleep
it's my
is important,
fault. I'm so sorry.
It's alright. It all
Alright,
comes down
let's make-
to, even if, like, pretty much I give you this weekend to get a message into me, like, it basically ASAP, so long as you don't wait, like, until the next week to tell me why you weren't here this week, then I'm not upset. But if you wait too long, then I am upset.
Yeah. If I ever missed out on the game, then I would have definitely sent you something
Alright,
like
anyway,
immediately as soon as I
so-
woke up.
Roll a d20, let's see how this works.
Let
There's a
me
button
see.
for that now. It's in... You have to turn it on, though.
I did last time I was in there. Let me just go back in.
Oh, yeah, you're not... Okay, so last time I checked, say... Are you paying attention to anything besides whatever you're looking for? Like your main objective?
Nope.
No, so you're going straight, you don't even care. Alright, so... Blacksmithy door is open, so... Her door's always open.
I am gallantly singing an Irish folk tune.
Okay. Does she notice? It's like, you know, you have a knack for singing. It's a shame that there's not a lot of people who do that nowadays.
That's actually why I'm here. Wait, I have to get on my Irish accent because
Okay.
that's scary. I've actually just forgotten how to do it. 1 second. There we go. Okay, I'm getting it.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll get it eventually.
That's actually why I'm here. I was planning to make myself a dulcimer, but I don't have the tools.
It's like I don't much understand your need to make musical instruments. Please elaborate.
Well, singing is one thing, but musical backing makes it a performance.
It's like, yeah, you haven't really convinced me as to why you need this, though.
Because I can pay you a lot of money.
It's like, yeah, money's one thing, but I like to know that I'm making something worth something.
It will be worth something. We'll be able to bring joy to the hearts of men.
That's like, well, you did that just fine in the pub. And it's like, you have to realize that not a lot of people are going to be spurred by music, especially not in these times.
I know, but playing helps me, you know, cope
And
with life.
she's hammering a sword at the same time. It's like, you're from the city, aren't you?
I've renounced my city ways.
It's like, you haven't renounced enough of your city ways. I take it you don't take a lot of adventures out to the outskirts of the city.
Well, no, not really.
It's like, then you probably have no idea how it works out here. It's, you know, we used to be artisans. We used to have music. But over time, it slowly got driven out. And it's like, she's like gesturing to all the weapons she has to make. It's like, now we're forced to be somewhat slaves, doing tribute for the soldiers that don't even protect us from the dangers they said they would.
You don't even have, you know, working songs to keep morale up?
And it's like, no, we really don't.
It's
like morale can't be. It's like that's a band-aid for the actual problem.
Band-Aid's better than nothing.
It's like sometimes nothing will keep you alive.
That's a confusing statement.
It's like, yeah, well, you're a very confusing person as well, so I guess we're even.
If you say so.
It's like, right, well, I can't charge you standard price because, you know, busy workload. You'll have to pay double if you want me to put this work put this work first.
How much would double be?
2G.
I just like put my hand into the purse and then just like throw 2G.
Throw 2G? Okay, like, she's not prepared for that because she's working on a sword at the same time. And so she catches, how many, does she catch any of them? She catches one, she doesn't catch the other. So she catches one coin, but the other one hits the floor.
Oh, oops.
It's like, God, lady, do you have any manners at all?
Well,
you don't throw money at people.
Well, you can.
It's like, well, it's nicer to actually hand money, not throw it.
Have you ever heard the phrase throwing money at a problem?
It's like, yeah, but that's not a literal statement.
Well, in the city, sometimes you take things literally.
And it's like, well, we aren't in the city now, are we? And she's like reaching down to pick up the other coin.
I guess we're not.
So she finishes up with the sword, throws it in a water bath, and then she just starts walking over to the other side. and she's perusing through. It's like, I don't have all the tools assembled. I'll need to work on some metal. So, let's see. Short time, it's just going to take a long time, so roll a d20. That wasn't for you, Barbeque. That wasn't for you.
No,
Yeah. That was for earlier.
That's his
right?
D12.
So it'll
D20.
take at least 9 hours in order to get the full tool set done. Because he still has to make it.
I'll be around.
Alright, so it's like, I'll make sure it gets delivered. I'll have like she pauses for a bit. It's like, I don't actually know what to call him yet. We're not married, so he's not my husband. He's kind of living in my house and taking care of my daughter, making sure she's safe for now. So I don't know what to call him.
Boyfriend?
It's like, well, friend is not the best word because we've already done things.
Don't you know what boyfriend means?
It's like, I guess we'll go with significant. See, she's not even paying attention. It's like, I guess we'll go with significant other. I think that's the closest.
I guess that's good.
It's like, alright, you're not gonna get... the tools aren't gonna get done faster by just you sitting here.
Okay then. Goodbye.
Yeah, so she gets to work. She immediately just gets to work on that. So it'll take some time. It'll take some time. So where are you gonna end up?
I'm just like, I walk out and, why are villages so boring?
Okay, so... Okay, roll perception. Before you move anywhere, you just go back to, Okay, so... This is a... Roll a d3. Let's see what type of challenge we're looking at. You failed. So, that was a tier 2 challenge, which means it's a 10, and you got a 9, So you're walking by, and all of a sudden you hear a voice from the side, and it's like, it's not all that bad. Just this woman is just casually leaning against the wall that you walk when you walk out of the blacksmith.
Oh really? Could you try and prove that to me?
And like she pulls out a bottle because she's I don't know, do you get a good look at the bottle? I don't know what skill that would. Let's see what skill that would be.
Just perception again?
Sure, why not? So she's drinking from a bottle. Can you tell what type of bottle? Okay, so that's roll a d2. Because you passed that. That's a 5 challenge. So you got a 6. Even though you got a crit 1 and it's a failure, you still got above what she got, which was a 5, and so that means you pass. So you notice that this is like basic alcohol. This isn't like something spectacular. And she's just casually drinking in the daylight. It's like, well, if you're inclined to fancier things, you're not going to find it here.
Well, I'm just meaning anything at all, other than, drinking the day away.
It's like, well, and like she's holding the bottle in front of her. It's like, well, when you live where we live, you don't have a lot of time for fun. It's either work, or work. Just enough to keep the ties up.
I don't think I've met you. My name is Feidlimid Seidelle. And I'm
It's
off
like,
on my
I
hand.
already know who you are. I think most people know who you are by now. You're not exactly making yourself subtle.
Never wanted to be subtle.
Okay. It's like, good. At least you admit that. A lot of people would try to deny it.
Quite unusual.
It's like, so what do you think of this whole revolt thing?
Well, you think there are going to be a lot of dead bodies for
It's like, well, that goes without saying. I mean, we're fighting the two largest armies in this world.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like, and you don't see a reason behind that. You just see the dead bodies.
I am one for my own personal freedom. Not much else.
It's like, you know that your freedom is attached to other people.
Since when?
It's like, well, you can only go so far in this land without somebody trying to stop you.
Well,
it's like,
I
you
can
need
stop
food,
my
don't
life.
you? You need food, water, supplies.
Yeah,
Unless
things
you're a
I can buy.
survivalist, that all those things are going to be out of your reach.
So you're saying that I can't buy food?
It's like if you continue to think that you're not part of this, then no, you won't. It's like, think of it this way, and she starts walking, and she basically leans against the other wall on the other side. And it's like, every city, every township is going to rise up against the two cities. Do you think they're going to make you to always enjoy the neutrals? No. Not when there's other mouths to feed, not when there's other people to supply.
Well, I'll have to get by then. I have for a while now, so...
It's like, and she just breaks out in laughter. Oh, you are very naive, you know that?
So?
It's like, I'd like you. Very simple, very honest. You don't exactly try to hide anything.
Well, sincerity is a very good thing.
So,
That's
she's
what my
drinking the
mother taught me.
bottle, and then you just see that, like, she drinks it, and then she, like, hacks up some of it onto the ground. It's like, ugh, I forgot how bad this crap tastes.
And why do you drink it?
It's like, well, what else am I gonna do? Until this show gets on the road, I don't have much work now, do I?
What kind of work do you do?
Okay, so it's like, that is for me to know. You're not exactly part of our little party, so you don't need to know. If you want to keep your neutrality, anyway.
Well, it's good to know things.
It's like, not everything. If you know enough, the cities are going to take you in and interrogate you, just to find out what you know.
I've been trying to do that for years.
It's like, well, it's like, have you ever wondered why they haven't really attempted something larger? Why they haven't sent something bigger at you?
They've sent large groups at me before.
It's like, yeah, they have, but most of them were probably amateurs, weren't they? They didn't win, did they? You're still here.
Well, they did fall for the go into a barn and then get set on fire trick, so...
It's like, yeah, fools. That's all you've been fighting so far. It's only going to get worse, though. When, as soon as the cities realize you're a threat, that's when things get bad. And that's why I'm warning you. If you want to keep neutral, that's okay. Just know that there's certain things you shouldn't ask, and there's certain things you shouldn't know. Because the more you know, the more dangerous you are to them. And the more dangerous you are to them, the more chance that they're going to do things.
Who said that I care if they try and do things?
It's like, so headstrong. So, like,
Maybe.
she pretty much just drops the bottle onto the ground. It's like, well, if that's what you believe, then I will say, enjoy their prison cells. Because that's where you might end up if you keep thinking like that.
I've enjoyed them before. I may enjoy them again.
So she's pretty much just walking away, like, she stops listening at that point.
See ya, whatever your name was.
Okay, so... how long did that conversation take? Let's see. That was like a 40-minute conversation. Just going back and forth.
I don't really want to go to the tavern, so the only other place that I know is Rifraco's, so...
Yeah, you don't know a lot of places in town. You could go exploring in the town and see if there's anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just going to the house I live in. Okay, so what check would that be? Let's go find out. I just need to keep your sheet open. Okay, so that would be... Would that still be perception? Is this all perception?
I guess.
Yeah,
Just
so
looking around.
perception again. So you're wandering around town. This is basic stuff. But let's see how high you go. Okay, 15, which means that's mid-level. So you'll find something of somewhat worth. So you're wandering around town. You're looking around.
Obviously humming.
Yeah. Obviously what?
Humming.
Okay, so you're humming a song. You're not, like, before you were drawing the attention of everyone, now everyone's just getting ready. Like, you see that there's a feverish pace to everything. You see that there's definitely war preparations going on. People are starting to make other things besides just the tribute. They're making weapons and armor. Tools, explosives, arrows, just things that they normally wouldn't be making. So this is, now you're in a town that's somewhat war industry. Roll perception again. Let's see if you can... So you're walking... Are you paying attention to the faces and the expressions of everyone around you, or are you not? So that is a... Let's roll a d2 and find out. That is... You'll pass. That's a 10 challenge. So you see that around you, people are looking somewhat hostile towards you. Can you perceive why? That's insight. So, crit, of course. It's pretty much down to, you think that they don't like that you're neutral. They don't like that you're not choosing a side. So, it could be propaganda that if you're not with us, you're against us, and that you're just another... If you can be bought, eventually, by the wrong type of people, if they offer enough.
Nobody likes a fence sitter.
So that's what they're thinking. It's like, all right, so your loyalty seems to be bought. So how much? So and the city's got the most money. So it seems like, yeah, if it comes down to it, they can bribe you, and you'll probably betray them. At least that's what they're thinking.
Well, that's where they're wrong. But I won't tell them that because screw them.
Okay. So you're not going to bother to tell them otherwise, because they already have their pre-opinion. No, they're not. They're trying not to. They're pretty much working on everything they need in order to survive this next upcoming thing. So most of the town, there's not really much. Like, the most interesting things you see in the town are the blacksmithy, the tavern, and any known houses. Everything else is pretty mundane. Housing, like, it's just there's nothing really in this town of interest.
Any form of stable around?
Is there stable? There is one, but it doesn't, like, there's not really much in there.
I shall go to the stable.
Alright, so let me mark it. So stable is down here on the farthest edge of the town.
Go through the scary back alleys to get to the secret stable.
Okay, so it's not a secret stable, it's pretty in the open, so... And you meet a strange man... Or you meet a man and he looks up and it's like, no, you're not walking in here, get out.
Why am I not walking in here? I say
It's
walking
like you're the
in
neutral woman, aren't you? The one who's not picking a side?
Yeah, because I don't want to die.
It's like, yeah, that's good and all, but then you can't be here.
Why not?
That's like, it's orders from our mayor. Supposed to, any sort of involvement that you can have with the town, we cannot have. Because if they link you with us, and you get caught, or something around those lines, it's going to go bad for you, and it's going to go bad for us. I, for one, would like to keep my stable, so get out.
Can I not, buy a horse?
It's like, no.
I have good money, I say, jangling it.
It's like he starts pondering it. Are you going to try to use persuasion, or are you just going to ask normally? So this is, he doesn't want, okay, so roll a d3. Or actually roll a d4, because this is supposed to be a harder challenge. So, no, he's not being persuaded by that. Looks like... So he thinks it over a little bit. It's like, I don't care how much money you have. I can get money somewhere else, you know. This is not worth the trouble.
Seriously?
It's like, yeah, seriously. I'm not, and for one, I'm not one to go against the words of my mayor, so I would kindly ask you to leave if the words get out didn't get through.
I roll my eyes and leave.
True. And it's like, don't come back.
Pardon?
Okay. It's like, I said don't come back, and I would kindly ask that you leave again.
Okay. I'm sort of smiling to myself.
How long does it take for you to do all this stuff? So, you spent 40 minutes talking to the woman, and then how many times did it take you to just roll? Remember, you have to do a 9-hour period, so let's do a D8. How many hours did you actually spend just wandering around town trying to find things of import? About 2 hours. So you still got 6 hours to go. And you've explored most of the town. There's not much of interest here.
This really is a boring town.
It is a boring town. It's nothing here. So, we're going to stop you right there, and we're going to go over to Marki.